Listen to this. Al Sharpton. I don't know if you all heard this. Al Sharpton, you know, the biggest race pimp we have. He works for government TV, MSNBC. Well, it came out today that Al Sharpton has been an FBI snitch right along. And not only was he a snitch, but guess who he was snitching against? The Genovese crime family in New York. Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy, is he crazy?
Yeah, well, whoever outed him. Yeah, well, I'm thinking maybe some witness protection is in his future. Check this story out. This is from The Smoking Gun. When friends and family members gathered recently at the White House for a private celebration of Michelle Obama's 50th birthday, one of the invited partygoers was a former paid FBI mafia informant. That same man attended February's state dinner in honor of French President Francois Hollande. He was seated with his girlfriend at a table adjacent to President Barack Obama, who was likely unaware that, according to federal agents, his guest once interacted with members of 4 of New York City's 5 organized crime families. He even secretly taped some of those wise guys using a briefcase that the FBI technicians outfitted with a recording device. The high-profile Obama supporter was also on the dais atop the U.S. Capitol steps last year when the president was sworn in for a second term. He was seated in front of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, 2 rows behind Beyonce and Jay-Z, and about 20 feet from Eric Holder, the country's top law enforcement officer. As head of the Department of Justice, Attorney General Holder leads an agency that once reported that Obama's inauguration guests also had La Cosa Nostra contacts beyond Gotham and engaged in conversation with LCN members from other parts of the United States. The former mob snitch has become a regular at the White House, where he has met with the 44th president in the East Room, the Roosevelt Room, and the Oval Office. He has also attended Obama Christmas parties, speeches, policy announcements, and even watched a Super Bowl with the First Family, an evening the man has called one of the highlights of his life. During these gatherings, he has mingled with cabinet members, top Obama aides, military leaders, business executives, and members of Congress. His confederates were decidedly dicier. Ex-convicts, extortioners, heroin traffickers, and mob henchmen. The man, surreptitious recordings, FBI records show, aided his government handlers in the successful targeting of powerful mafia figures with nicknames like Benny Eggs, Chin, Fritzy, Corky, and Baldy Dom. Later this week, Obama will travel to New York and appear in a Manhattan hotel ballroom at the side of the man who FBI agents primarily referred to as CI-7, short for Confidential Informant Number 7, in secret court filings. In those documents, investigators vouched for him as a reliable, productive, and accurate source of information about underworld figures. The ex-informant has been one of Obama's most unwavering backers, a cheerleader who has rightly bludgeoned the president's Republican opponents in a televised broadcast. For his part, Obama has sought the man's counsel, embraced him publicly, and saluted his commitment to fight injustice and inequality. The president has even commented favorably on his friend's svelte figure, the physical manifestation of rehabilitation efforts that coincided with Obama's ascension to the White House. This radical makeover has brought the man wealth, a daily TV show, bespoke suits, a luxury Upper West Side apartment, and a spot on a bestseller list. Most importantly, he has the ear of the President of the United States, an equally remarkable and perplexing achievement for a former FBI asset known as CI-7, the Reverend Al Sharpton. Unbelievable.
Al's in trouble.
Al's in big trouble. You don't rat on the Genovese family and have the whole world know about it, and then you survive that. Okay, there's honor going on right there. And they just found out that Al Sharpton's a snitch. Oh, and before we get off of Al Sharpton, Obama is lending his political support to fellow community organizer Al Sharpton by headlining the MSNBC host's National Action Network conference this week in New York. So he's going to even headline for this race-baiting pimp.